So now it's 3 a.m. I've popped a bit of slap on, done my hair, finished my tea. There's nobody to see me other than me mate, Berto Di Matteo. Little Berto Di Matteo. He thinks he's my nurse. He's by my side all the time. He's just had a big run around the garden. So I'm going to go and sit down. I still feel like I've got some nice energy in me to sit and do some colouring in, which is something that I really enjoy. Sometimes when I take this in the daytime, when I need to do bills, phone calls, all that sort of stuff, because otherwise they just would not get done. I can't face phoning the doctor. Oh my goodness, you're number 8 in the queue and you just want something to help with a urine infection, which I had last week, and it affected my whole body. My temperature was 103. I thought I was dying. I thought I had sepsis. The paramedics came out. I cried and I just said, I can't. She said, this is a GP issue. I said, I can't sit on the phone to my doctor being number 8 in the queue and not even being guaranteed to speak to someone. I can't leave the house. I can't walk. Can you please help me? So she did actually phone the doctor. She was number 8 in the queue and she stayed until she got through to the doctor. She told the doctor's receptionist that I needed antibiotics, and they did me a prescription. The doctor phoned me back at 5:45 that night. I was in bed. Dave went down, picked up the prescription. It has worked, but I can still feel some burning when I go to the loo. So I've got a smear test on Tuesday, if I'm not off, because I seem to be on permanent period at the moment. And I'm going to ask then for some more antibiotics, maybe a bit stronger. It does seem to be a thing with ME that once you start getting UTIs, you get them more and more. I don't want that to become a thing, because pain on top of ME is very difficult to explain to people unless they're aware of it. Being aware of other people's pain is a hard thing anyway, I think. And doctors rely on science and medical information, and not me saying my muscles don't work. I walk a few steps and my muscles flood with something called like a lactic acid or something like that, and it burns and it just makes me want to sit down. My aim every day is to try and spend 2 hours every afternoon sitting downstairs with Dave out of bed. Most days I can do it. Some days I get to a stage where I can't keep myself upright. I haven't got the energy to keep the top of my body upright, and I have to come back to bed and lay flat. So I put the telly on, I do a bit of colouring in. I can't read despite having all my lovely books, because it just goes in and I don't remember what I've just read. I can read blogs, I can read medical reviews, I reread a lot of stuff, and yeah, it's hard work. But when I don't have these stimulants, I can't do anything, and my life is worth 0. And I talk about suicide a lot. I talk about it with a lot of clarity, and I've said to my mum before, it upsets her, that I can't handle any other infection on top of the ME, because I've got no resistance to anything. I feel like a bare wire. I feel like I used to get my eyebrows tattooed on, didn't feel a thing. Now I cry when I get a blood test. I just can't handle pain at all, and that's not great. So when I get pain, it's real hard, horrible pain, and painkillers don't touch it. Even strong painkillers, like illegal painkillers, not illegal painkillers, but painkillers you get from other people. So, I've said to my mum, if things get bad, I'll go. I will have to go, because I cannot handle the pain and the suffering, and I don't see why any human should have to handle that suffering. These ADHD drugs that give me this, well, the drug I'm taking at the moment, modafinil, is actually meant for lorry drivers, and it's for sleep apnea. It helps you stay awake, so that's why I'm awake. But it also stimulates the brain, so I don't get the brain fog that I normally get. Brain fog is my main killer. It destroys everything that I do. That's what made me have to give up work. I'd be sitting in meetings, taking minutes for, you know, very high level people in very high level important meetings from across the world, on video camera, in the room, in the boardrooms, at the top of buildings, and I'd read my minutes back, and they wouldn't make sense to me. And I had to admit then that I needed help. That was the sign. That and the gym and the constant tiredness, even though insomnia seems to be my worst word's gone. Condition? No. Symptom. Insomnia is my worst symptom. So I take Ambien, different drugs for that to help me sleep. Once I've had a couple of days sleep, I'm ready to get up and be like this again. So I'm taking stuff to help me sleep, stuff to help me stay awake. I don't really take anything for the pain. I just tolerate it. We don't go far. If we go out in the car, I've got a disabled badge, I've got a walking stick. We'll go to the garden centre like a little old couple. We'll have a walk around, we'll buy some plants, we'll have a coffee and a sit down. And oh, it means the world to me. On holiday, the vitamin C, the vitamin D, it all just helps. I can stroll, I can do what I want, I can have an afternoon nap. I knew winter was going to be hard here after last year. I didn't quite know how hard it would be with the lockdown as well, not seeing people, just living in darkness, in silence in my bedroom, not being able to handle any daylight, not being able to handle any noise, not even being able to handle my husband's voice. Can you imagine how hard that is to say to the man that you love, who's bringing you food and keeping you alive, can you please not talk? Because, as I said, I've got no resistance to that stimulation. It's just the saddest thing in the world. And I love him to bits, and he's still with me, and I can't believe how lucky I am to have him. I don't know what I would do without him. I'm going to go and sit down now and do some colouring in and chill out. Enjoy feeling human for a little while. I might have a couple of visitors coming around in the afternoon today, so I might have to sort of pull an all-nighter, which would be good because then I'll sleep tomorrow night and then be ready to go for my smear and everything else on Tuesday afternoon. So I shall check in with you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.